Hello, welcome to the Poor Decisions Life Decisions podcast. My name's David Phipps. Uh, with me, as always, is Silver Doubloons, the famous pirate. Silver Doubloons, how you doing?
I'm doing good, dude. You nailed the intro again. I think you're
First take.
immaculate. Yeah, it was first take, dude. This is so for if anyone is watching this, I maybe somebody will watch this someday. Somebody will stumble on it on YouTube in their recommended feed and be like,
Here's the hoping.
I want to spend 1 hour and 32 minutes watching these guys talk. That's how long I think the episode's going to be, by the way. Let's see if I'm right.
Let's do it.
So that's the only way anyone will ever watch this. But if anyone's watching this, this is the second take, and the first one we
Take
recorded,
37.
but it wasn't recording my friend here, Doc, aka David Phipps. It wasn't recording his audio.
We handed over directorial controls to honestly somebody who's probably better suited to handle that.
Oh, me. Oh, are we live,
Yes,
by the
you,
way?
sir. I'm hoping.
Did it work? I never checked to make sure it worked.
I'm hitting play. And while I wait here,
yeah, go on.
Let's see here. Let's see. Who do we have to? Oh no, it's still not loading. Is it actually going?
I'm checking it out right now, dude.
Yeah, me too.
My channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says we're live. I'm watching it. Yeah, it looks good, I think. Let me check the audio. 5. I'm watching it. Yeah, it looks good, I think. Let me check the audio. 5. I'm watching it. Yeah, it looks good, I think. Let me check the audio. 5. I hear you. I hear me.
Okay. We're
live on the internet, dude. We did it. It's for real this time.
Well, gamers.
Gamers!
Dab on the haters. There's a beverage here, so I won't dab too hard.
Dude,
but
I
think we got a mission statement here.
Oh, right. We never got to that last time. We
did not.
We talked for like 30 minutes about things that were definitely not poor life decisions. And I think we went off on a few tangents. So maybe it's better that we just restarted it, really.
Yeah. This is a little more on keeping with brand.
What's our mission statement as the Poor Life Decisions podcast? The mission statement, as I understand it, is you and I are going to talk about our previous poor life decisions, own them, be honest, and talk about them, and
own the poor life decisions.
Talk about what we learned from them. Yeah, how we moved past them. Talk about how those decisions impacted our lives, both negatively and sometimes for the better, no doubt. Even poor life, even poor decisions can have good outcomes. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely, 100%.
So
I drink.
Yeah, we all drink.
Well, hopefully. I think it would make a lot of people a lot happier.
There's an old Drew Carey joke that, like, somebody was going to a support group for something, or like they didn't know that what it was. They didn't like their job, and he was like, "Yeah, there's a support group for that. It's called the bar. We meet there every night."
Hey,
yeah, dude. Everybody likes drinking and nobody likes working. It's true.
Yeah. I hear if you find something you like doing and you can make money off of it, you should do that.
That's right, dude. Dude, you're so right. You look. Anybody can do it.
I'm looking.
Anybody can do it.
Anybody can do it. Well, I'm going to try to do it.
I became a poker dealer. I never thought I would have done that in my life.
Congrats on that.
Dude, it's like...
I've been hearing stories about this.
Everybody...
Good stories, by the way.
Good, excellent. All excellent. We have...
Interesting.
We have a good network of people. We have a lot of fun. There's some money that changes hands, and it's a good time. It's an enjoyable experience, and I report every dollar of my earnings to the Canadian Revenue Association.
I would never question that. Heck, I wasn't even going to bring it up.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, it sounds like you got some interesting characters there. Maybe I won't bring up names or whatever. But
yeah, names would be a great thing to avoid.
You got a few shysters out there making some plays, eh?
there's a few shysters. There's a few people who look for opportunities where they should not be looking for
Opportunisms.
opportunities. Right.
Yeah.
Like, but for the most, I got to give them credit. For the most part, we got a good crew. We got a lot of
Yeah.
people there that are just looking to have a good time, play some cards, bluff a few people. It's just it's nothing too serious. And for the most part, I think we do have a good time. So
Yeah.
I try to look at the positive side of things, not everything's perfect, but
It's one of the things I love about you.
dude,
One of the
yeah.
most positive people I've ever come across. And like I was saying earlier, there's two things that come to mind when I think of a always pleasant person, just like really good person
Oh,
or
right.
serial killer.
Right, and you haven't figured out yet if I'm a serial killer, is my understanding.
No. You've
No.
you've offered me a stay in your dirt basement a couple of times, but he still
Dirt
hasn't murdered
basement.
me.
Dirt
Yeah.
basement.
Dirt, yeah. If there's ever a basement that I'm afraid of, it's one made out of dirt.
Did we talk about my dirt basement? I didn't even know you knew about my dirt basement.
No. Silver Doubloons, the famous pirate, does not have a dirt basement.
I didn't know you knew about my dirt basement, dude.
Do you have a dirt basement?
Well, there's like a crawl space underneath my trailer, and it's got like one
Who doesn't
panel.
have that?
It's got like one panel that you can get into it, and it's screwed in. So I imagine it would be pretty terrifying to be under there if that's kind of what you describe as a dirt basement. It's dirty, and there's probably like a raccoon or something that lives under there. Definitely some rats live nearby.
Hopefully the screw keeps them at bay.
Yeah, no, the screw. I don't think I get under there if I'm being honest, but
well, yeah,
there are some rats that live around here. My cat brings in mice every once in a while from her house. Yeah, Lula. Maybe she'll make a special guest appearance at some point. But
I'm hoping. Here's to hoping. We drink to Lula here.
Yeah, she's got her little cat house right out there, and sometimes she just brings mice in. One time she brought like 3 in 1 week.
Did she leave them out in the open so you could see them?
Yeah.
I hear that cats think that humans are such poor hunters that's why they do that, is they leave us prey.
I've heard that too. I've also heard that it's like their way of thanking us for feeding them. It's like, okay, I caught something, now it's your turn to share what I got.
Well, I like that much better than what I said.
It's more positive.
Yeah, I'm working on doing that.
Dude, look, the thing is about me being positive, like, you haven't known me for that long.
No.
And have you ever talked to Animal Chin, your friend who has known me for a very long time?
I've searched for and found Animal Chin, yes.
So, have you ever talked to him about me?
Yeah. He never had, well, he very rarely does he have a negative word for Silver Doubloons, the famous pirate.
I'm kind of surprised to hear that, but what I was getting at was like...
Oh, just like when you're in the room and he's got some gamer words for you.
Oh, yeah,
He's been real crotchety the last few days.
Yeah, it really is. I don't know if he's...
Because his situation with his vehicle.
Right, yeah, he's stressed out. Yeah. He's the type of guy who gets stressed out. And I guess I get stressed out sometimes, but what were we talking about? Positivity?
Yeah.
Okay, so so about animals. I'm sorry. Anyway, about I had to get back to positivity, and then from there I spoke over to Animal Chin. So Animal Chin has known me a long time. I was not always a positive person. I actually used to be a very, very negative person.
Did he know you as a negative person?
Oh, I'm certain he did. Like, he played video games with me. He was playing back in the days when I was using...
Modern Warfare 2 is where he met you, right?
Well, we met on
Poker?
2+2, right, which is a poker forum. And then from there, we met in the video game subsection of that, where we were both looking to play Modern Warfare 2, and so we were both big gamers.
Domer could dome in that game, and I did not get into that game.
Dude, we had a squad back in that game, let me tell you. There was one map we almost always won in domination, 200-0. That means we controlled all the flags the whole game, and we did that consistently.
Disgusting.
We had strats on certain levels, like on high rise. We would go out with one guy would have the riot shield when he first spawned.
Gross.
And take all the LMG fire. Shell? Yeah, and then dude, we were coordinated, we were efficient. We had I want to say we legit had a greater than 80% win rate.
I believe that.
I want to say it was actually greater than 90%, but my memory is not that good. But it wasn't hard to win those games if you had a coordinated team. Like if you all were trying. Anyway,
yeah.
I used to be the guy who would call people the N word and the F word and all that kind of stuff, and I was like an
I've
angry
got gamer
boy.
words in me.
I was an angry boy. I was mean spirited. I was sometimes rude. I did not.
I still am.
I mean, I haven't had the experience, but like I didn't take other people's feelings into consideration. And I had to change, and I think I mostly had to change as a defense mechanism, and that's why I became so positive. So that's what's looping it back towards positivity. I think in life I am a very like kind of scrappy person. You have to push me into a corner for me to like really like flex my muscles and make me. But if you push me in a corner and I have to flex my muscles, I'll do it pretty good. And so
I try.
Life pushed me into a really, really hard corner where I was like so depressed that I probably either had to kill myself or accept that my life was pretty pointless and just like live on it. Like, and so what I decided to do was try to figure out a way to change the way I think. And I basically just said positive things and thought positive things. And it only took a few months. It also, marijuana helped a lot. Heyo, to actually get some like serotonin into my head, because I mean, I don't know, I don't know.
I'm on a myriad of antidepressants to help with my dopamines and what have you, serotonins and their reuptake.
Right, I don't know the like all the science behind it, but I do know that for like close to 15 years, I really never felt happy, and then after marijuana and a little bit of like psychological change, I felt a lot better and my life, became a lot better. That's when I started working out. That's when I get this dealing job. That's when I started learning the guitar. Like everything switched in my life when I started thinking positively, and that's why I think it's such a positive thing. I mean, I'm not saying it's the only way through life or whatever, but it legit worked for me, and I know it is what it is. It's good. It's good. I think positivity is good for me.
Yeah, and I recognize that about you, and I still haven't come to the conclusion that you've murdered anybody. So yeah, you're a person that I gravitate towards.
Is murder like your thing that like is that your where it crosses the line? Like everything below murder is okay, but once you murder somebody, it's like.
Well, I grew up. My dad was a cop. I had sticky fingers. Not too bad, I wasn't like stealing sunglasses or nothing.
I'm familiar
but,
with
who isn't? And then you get to a point where you're just like, it's not mine, or maybe Armok's dad talks you into not stealing anymore. And my mother was the opposite of a police officer, so it was a little weird. And she was always doing the drugs, legal and otherwise, and doing other shady stuff that I didn't necessarily appreciate. But, now I do some of it, so can't be all that bad, right?
You tell me.
Most of it's pretty bad if it's from that side. But, I think it's checks and balances, working on those checks and balances. And then, the positivity seems to be doing really well. Buddhism is a thing that I've been pretending to be into for a while now. And
you just pretend?
You got to fake it till you make it, I hear.
Okay. Are you trying to learn more? Are you practicing every day? Are you reading every day? What's your goal there?
Mindfulness. I don't think we were recording, but we were talking about staying present in that. And I've been trying to stay more present. Something about you is I'm always finding myself being more present around you.
Sure, I think it's because we have conversations where you actually have to think.
Yeah.
You don't have to think much. You don't have to think much, even in like when we're playing Overwatch. They like you know what I mean? Like once you've played a game for a while, it's mostly muscle memory, and you don't have to think too much. It's like you know where you're going, you know what where the objective is. I move towards the objective. I shoot the enemies. it's like you don't have to think very much. We have to flex our mind muscles every once in a while, and I think a good conversation can really stimulate those.
Yeah, not too many people like flexing my mind muscles.
Right.
They kind of find me off-putting, and sometimes I may be doing that on purpose.
Do you want
Like
to talk
with
more about that?
well, like we were playing Dungeons and Dragons the other day,
Yep.
and I took up the role of like was it an elf?
There was an elf at the very beginning. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, and then there was a lot of conflict there. I guess I wasn't trying to be conflictful.
Oh, I thought it was
It just kind
great.
of well, I enjoyed it, but yeah, and then moving past that, there was uh, the dwarf. We got to a dwarf fortress, and the party eventually found their way in. And they had weapons and a panther, and as the dwarven head of the contract site or what have you, the
Hmm.
manager, I was just like, well, I don't like panthers. Give us your weapons. Give us gold. And then they said nobody on this continent likes gold. I was, I was
Yeah,
like,
I don't
well,
know.
we're
I
dwarves.
Yeah, exactly. The dwarves are different.
Dwarves love gold,
Sure, exactly. Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that.
There's
They
nothing
love
wrong with that at
controlling the
all.
media, and they love gold. So, anyways, uh, yeah, they got through. We resolved that conflict,
Yep.
and I had a good time. Positivity. I tried to remain positive in the face of adversity.
Were you tempted to be negative?
No. I'm the type of person. I'm always kind of gung ho and nice until you give me a reason to not be. But it's always the littlest, tiniest things.
Oh,
But
really?
as soon as it's just like, well, that was awfully disrespectful. I kind of immediately go to like, okay, well, you got two more chances, and if you call me by the wrong dwarven name again, I'm gonna start calling you Honky.
Right.
So,
You expect people to know your name. You expect people to treat you like a
well, I
person. I
shouldn't.
think that's reasonable.
Well, but when that okay, if that's something, and I'm being half facetious here, that's something that happens uh, a lot outside of life or outside of D&D as well.
Hmm.
You know, talking to people all the time. Uh, why is it so hard to just be nice? Is it because I don't seem respectful or something like that? I do have very pointy facial hair, and I'm very blunt and honest, but I don't think that that's reason to like.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I
I think
went
it's
to the
very
gas station tonight to get some
Yeah.
fucking chocolate milk, and there was a very elder gentleman in front of me. I would say maybe 60, 75 years
Mhm.
old, and there were so many people in line that they opened up a second register, and the second register was a younger guy,
Mhm.
and it just so happened that he was black. And when he opened up the register line, he's like, "I can help. Who's next here?" And it was the guy, the older
Yeah.
gentleman, and he's just like, "No, I'm good. I'll go to this one." So me and the other guy looked at each other. I smiled, shrugged, behind my protective COVID-19 mask.
Yep.
I said, "Hey man, how's it going?" He's like, "Pretty great." And I want to be more like that guy. I want to just be like, yeah, that guy's kind of a racist fuck, but like, who cares? Like that shit happens all the time.
Right. It's not
But
worth
if you don't
getting.
want to give me your
Yeah.
gold, don't get into my dwarf fortress.
You got to pick your battles, dude. You got to pick your battles.
Fine,
Sometimes it's not worth it.
you're right.
Sometimes it is
But
worth
I
it.
maybe I like battling.
And that's great too. You should like battling because you have to get used to being around ideas that are not comfortable.
Sure.
I think that makes you a more worldly person. It makes you more tolerant.
Yeah. You know, uh, I've recently been called intolerant.
How did that make you feel?
Confused, gaslit. You know, like
Yeah.
if you want to talk about poor life decisions, uh,
Sure, let's get into that. That's what
okay.
this is about, I think.
I think I couldn't remember for some reason. I got my medicine today. Okay, so how about this? Poor life decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Last one I made was what was it? I was trying to, BLM's a big thing here, Black Lives Matter, and I agree. I'm not out there rioting. I shouldn't say rioting, protesting. I'm not out there protesting. It's been pretty good here in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Not too much looting, which I appreciate because businesses, Target or otherwise, are still businesses. And now I'm a racist. But and that's what I'm saying is like, so I was talking to my now ex, and I said, I hope you don't go out to any of these protests. And they're just like, why? And what I should have said, and what I didn't, I'll tell you what I said first. I said, well, we're not black and it's not our fight. And they said, wow, that's the most racist thing I've ever heard. And I said, what I should have said was, you're kind of a tiny white person, half white person, and I don't want you to get hurt. But instead, I said that because I don't know, as a half white person who gets picked on a lot and can know how it is if you start talking with an accent because you're upset, which is something this person did, maybe they would get shot with a rubber bullet or maybe they would get maced.
We live in that kind of world.
Yeah. And I would get rubber bulleted or maced for the right reason. Like if somebody was going to rubber bullet or mace this person I was talking to at the time. But yeah, that's a poor life decision I made. And, I'm not with that person anymore. So I think that it's important to pay attention to your words, be present.
Paying attention to your words is a big one. Now, with that being said, how would you feel if I said I don't think you should have said that you were worried about her safety either? Does that not infantilize her?
It really does. It really does. And again, yeah, you're right, 100%. I should not be infantilizing this person regardless of anything.
I think like everybody has to make their own decisions, and I think it's great to provide information, and I think it's great to provide context, and I think it's great to make sure that people are informed whenever they have to make a decision.
For sure.
Beyond that, the responsibility is on the individual.
Absolutely. Which is something I have a hard time dealing with.
Oh, me too. Like, it's a thing we all want to do. We all think we know everything, and we all think we have the right answer to everything, and it's like, it's very hard to step back sometimes and be like, okay, this person, they got to do their thing. I'm going to do my thing. They got to do their thing. I want to be able to do my thing. I got to let them do their thing.
Yes, is the healthy answer to that question or statement. Yes, I agree 100% to that.
And your involvement is totally on you too. Like if you could have gone, you could have not gone. It's like, that is.
I don't want to spread COVID-19.
That's the other thing we got to be worried about these days.
Yeah, especially in a hotbed like Wisconsin,
Yep.
Also, kids don't smoke.
Yeah, smoking's bad. Big time.
Yeah, nicotine's addictive.
There's money in it though. So
yeah.
There's lots of people There's lots of people that are looking to exploit people with addictive personalities, so be on the lookout for
chocolate milk.
Be on the lookout for that. I mean, there's some nutritional value to chocolate milk.
Yeah, I hear especially if you run.
Oh,
which
really?
I haven't been doing. Yeah, but you know what? I told my poor life decision, and now you got to tell your poor life decision.
You're right. You're right. That is the that
and
is
then we
the
can
agreement.
talk about my addictions.
That is the agreement. I love talking about addictions. It's how you break yourself of them. So the so I think when we talk about poor life decisions, and we'll kind of get into this as this
Yeah.
experience or show evolves, but I think there's different categories of poor life decisions.
Yeah.
I think one of the first things you asked me was like, "What's the thing I regret the most in life?" And I think
Yeah.
that was the story I told you. There's also
I hope
other
you tell the
types.
same one.
Yeah, I am planning on telling life the
Good.
same
Good.
one, but I just have a tirade I need to go on for a moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If you'll indulge me,
Please.
uh,
Please.
if you had asked me like what was the life decision that caused me the most strife, which is another way to say like a poor life decision, I might have answered in a different way, or the
Mm.
worst decision I ever made that led to the worst long term effects. I might have a different answer for that. But when I think about the thing I
Interesting.
most regret,
Yeah.
um, is this story from when I was a very small child. I believe somewhere in the neighborhood of like 4 to 5 ish,
Mm.
maybe even younger than that. Because this is one of those stories that I don't particularly remember super well, but
Okay.
I've heard my mother tell the story many a time,
Mm.
and
Mm. Okay.
so I, this is basically her my telling of her recollection of the story.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like enough truth there that there's something here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. For sure.
but essentially what happened was I was a smart
I had a
ass little
bad mom.
kid.
Yeah.
No, I had a great mom.
That's
Um,
awesome.
my mom was very protective of me. She was a bit of a helicopter parent, but you know, she had good
Yeah.
intentions and she wanted to make sure that I was safe and taken care of and all that good stuff. And I
Good
was a
mom.
rebellious, yeah, I was a rebellious little shit. And
Oh yeah. Who wasn't?
I decided that I was going to play a trick on my mom, and she was going to think that
Ooh.
something terrible had happened to me. And what I did was she was always worried about me getting hurt. Like anytime
Mm.
we're playing on the swings or we were going down slides or on the jungle gym or whatever,
Yeah.
she was always like, be careful, you know, always be careful. So the way I decided to get back at her for you know taking care of me, I guess, was I was going to pretend to be injured at the base of the swing and lie there motionless so that she would think I was hurt or dead or
Jesus.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I executed my plan. She was none the wiser. She came running out of the house. And she was screaming, "Oh, Brandon, are you okay? Are you okay?" And I came over and I basically sat up and said, "Got him," or whatever, whatever "got him"
Got you,
was
mom. I'm
for.
fine.
Yeah, probably got your mom, you know. And it was
Yeah.
just like I was the only one who had fun in that experience, and it was very selfish of me. And yeah, it
How
was.
did she react? Do you remember, or
I definitely
just
don't.
what she told you?
I think she, from what I recall, what she told me, she was just relieved. You
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
she was not angry or upset. She was just relieved.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
But
it was.
you
Yeah.
yourself don't quite remember it.
Honestly, if I'm being honest, I do not.
Okay. See, my mom would do that, but like
But it wouldn't be
with
true.
stuff that sometimes, yeah, uh, it was all just very bad. But like, so whenever I hear these types of stories, like my mom or my dad, they told me when I was really little this happened. Is I don't know to take it with a grain of salt or take it for what it is because the truth is to everybody as to how it happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't quite recall it.
Right.
Maybe she really freaked out and maybe you really scared her and then she's just
Maybe.
like, I'm okay. Yeah, but you don't remember it. So I always with these types of stories I'm like, okay, what is your mom trying to tell you or what is she trying to teach you not to do that, not to fake injury, not to cry wolf.
Right. And maybe, yeah, maybe I mean, like I said, this is just my recollection of the story she told me, and so
Yeah.
it could very well be she embellished it a little bit to try and get the lesson across. I mean, who doesn't embellish stories? You know, like I've certainly been known to do that myself. You know, it makes
Yeah.
telling them more fun. It makes listening to them more fun, I think.
Makes people
And
laugh.
yeah, exactly. So we all do that to a certain degree.
For
So
sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was an element of that's crept in there. But I can't say for certain. I only know what I know, and I don't know anything else.
Yeah, I'm always trying to figure out what people are trying to get out of me in the interaction.
Right? Yeah. You. Yeah. No. That's so. Yeah. Those transactional relationships where people want things, and if they don't get something out of the relationship, then it's over. Like, there's, I don't know. I've never, I've known people like that, but I've never really
Sure.
stayed friends with them.
Yeah, I try not to be friends with too many people.
You have a pretty small circle.
Hmm. I would say so. The group of people we usually talk to.
Do you like meeting new people?
Sometimes.
Tell me about
Some people are very nice.
tell me about the last time you met somebody new that you enjoyed or just did not enjoy. Curious.
Okay, so there was a lady at work.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the same training class. Wasn't necessarily interested in this person at all, like beyond like work buddies. We
Mm-hmm.
went out and we would drink and we would, talk. She came to a couple of stand-up things and we just sit there and talk, and it was kind of nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So and they're pleasant enough, like they like talking to people, and that was it. They're just kind of like a person to talk to.
Yeah, and that's nice sometimes.
Yeah. It sounds
Yeah.
very one-sided if you ask me.
She's
Maybe they got that
probably
out of it too.
she might be getting the same thing out of it. Yeah, for sure, dude.
Okay.
And if she's not getting out of it, she's free to be like, I ain't interested, you know?
Yeah. That's why I spend most of my time in solitude.
Well, why? Because you're not sure whether people like being around you or not, or what are you saying?
Oh, just I don't like being around too many people.
You like to keep it small.
Especially, I attempt to, yeah, as small as I can. Smaller would be better.
I like that. I tend to like that too. For different reasons though.
Yeah,
I like being I like it's fun when we get a Discord group of like 10 people going and we're,
sure,
playing, we're all it doesn't stop. We're all having a good time, that's great. Um in person I find it very hard because I have like my hearing problems. So I
sure,
don't
yeah,
so I like in person, like even like dealing and stuff, I can't even listen to the conversation at the table because there's so much
okay.
clacking of the chips, and there's usually two conversations going at once, so it's super hard for me to hear what's going on. But
Is that why you're
online,
always keeping an eye on everything? Is it's just easier for you to watch than listen?
you got it, my dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all. Yeah, that's
So
interesting.
I
I
think
didn't
that
know
you.
about your hearing thing until recently, actually, when you were changing your battery in front of us.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's not something Animal Chin ever told me about.
You want to see my scar?
Yeah, I think you've shown me, but yeah, let's see it. Let's see it. It looks pretty gnarly if I remember.
Hang on, I have to do it like this so I can see it.
Yeah, man. Is it so that's like a magnet in there?
Get the camera right again.
All right on.
Okay, I'm back. So yeah,
But
no,
that's a
mhm.
magnet in there.
Yeah, there's a magnet in there, and there used to be a screw in there. My old Frankenstein bolt, dude. Yeah, I had a Baja, and then they put in a Vibrant Sound Bridge. And when they did the Vibrant Sound Bridge, unfortunately, I lost my hearing. They told me there were like when I do it, I had to sign a thing that was like there is a 1% chance in this operation that you will lose your hearing, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds 1 in 100. That's not bad.
Yeah. 1%, and you were the 1%. You did
I
it.
I was the 1%, dude.
Okay, but the Vibro sound bridge?
Vibrant Sound
That's what
Bridge.
Vibrant Sound Bridge.
Hmm.
Jesus. That restored hearing?
No, that was the
Or
operation that ruined us.
Fuck. Oh Jesus. Okay,
So
so is just no hearing there now?
no hearing in my left ear. My right ear is it's pretty bad. Like I really couldn't talk to somebody one on one, even without a hearing aid. With a hearing aid, I do
Mm-hmm.
okay.
And is the hearing aid then it's in the right one?
It's in the right ear, yeah. Yeah, the
Good
left ear is
Lord. So
just
you got.
like if I sleep on my right ear, I can
Mhm.
hear some like muffling out of my left ear. But it's like there's no way I could ever understand anybody through it or anything.
Woof, dude.
Yeah, it's weird. But it's like the way I look at it is, at least I didn't lose a leg or an arm or an eye.
Yeah.
If I had to choose something, like on the ears, not too bad. Like I can still do most things. It like I said, it is hard in bigger social situations. Like I can't go to parties where there's music. Like
Mm.
I just I can't I can't like have the radio on when I'm traveling in the car and talk to somebody because I can't do both at once. Um,
Good
it's
Lord, man.
it's like subtle ways, but like most people are very like accommodating with that kind of stuff. Like if I just say, "Oh, I won't
Yeah.
be able to hear you if I turn on the radio," they're like, "Oh, okay, that's fine."
Yeah.
Or if somebody invites me to a party and I'm just like, "Well, I won't be able to hear anything if there's music," and they're like, "Well, okay, no worries, it's fine." It's all like people understand. So it's you just gotta
Yeah.
you gotta own it. You gotta be honest about it. And yeah, it's no big deal.
Huh.
But this is why I spend so much time on Discord and other things. This is how I mainly socialize. Because like I said, it's hard. Like it's hard to do in person. It's harder. So
Yeah. Good Lord. There's so much I do with my hearing that like that might drive me mad.
you think so,
How old
right?
were
But
you?
you
Yeah.
understand that with, like people are we're a very adaptive bunch. Like if you
Yeah. Yeah.
if you thrust somebody into a tough situation, like they will figure out a way to solve that like those problems. And it's like that for anything. If you lost your arm tomorrow, it would be like, well, this sucks. Now I got to figure out how to live with one arm, and you would figure it out.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. It's whatever. It sucks, but like you got to do it, so you just got to do it, right? You just grit
Yeah.
your teeth and do it. So sorry, what was your question?
I don't know. I thought about my life without one arm, and then it got real dark for a second.
You don't think do you think it would be hard to live with one arm?
Well, it'd be hard. I mean, I'd adapt or whatever.
Yeah,
Hopefully, get like a cool mechatronic, whatever. Get myself into more debt.
that'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, it would work, and I wouldn't rip my dick off or something like that.
Dude, you'd have to use a lot of lube with a metal hand.
You just put a rubber glove over it. Fake skin. Fake skin.
Problem solved. Don't
Quick
don't
thinking
extend
with
don't
with me.
extend the extracto clause when you're fucking
Ugh,
beating off.
Jesus.
The fucking
Extracto
Edwards
clause.
Edward Scissorhand clause, dude.
They had a porno Edward Penis Hands. I never saw it, but it looked,
I have not seen that either, actually.
graphic. It looked graphic. I couldn't find a word for it.
What's your favorite porn parody?
Uh, you know, in recent years, I've fallen out of the pornography.
Oh, good for you.
I still find myself looking at it because it's everywhere, but
You're not a coomer.
I like it when a nice lady sucks on a wiener. It makes a guy real
Right.
happy.
Right,
So if
dude.
there's a porn parody of that, how about Batman? You just throw Batman and Catwoman in there, and then I'm happy. There's my favorite parody. Batcock.
Good job, dude.
Do you dare I ask you your favorite porn parody?
I don't know that I have one right off the top of my head. I think there was a
Yeah.
Flintstones. I think there was a Flintstones one that was pretty funny, and they were like legit trying to be the characters and stuff. And they were like, "Hey, Wilma," and like they were dressed up like them and everything. And
Dabba
I
Dabba
don't.
Doomy.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, they. I bet that was that for sure was in there. I don't remember it specifically, but if they didn't, that was a clear missed opportunity.
Was
Um,
Barney in there laughing?
I'm pretty sure Barney was like fucking Fred's wife or something. I think that was the
Wife
that was
swap,
the
huh?
that was the plot. I think it was
Filthy cavemen.
right. I don't remember a lot of the details, It was. I mostly enjoyed it for the plot and not the actual pornography. It was very funny.
Without a good story, I'm not into it.
No, for sure. You know, there's got to be some. You can't just like slap a girl on her vagina and, you know, expect to get things started there.
Unless you're rich and the president.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's a good point. Grab him by the pussy, dude.
Walk up, kiss him, grab him, whatever you want. You're rich. They don't care.
They'll let you do anything when you're fucking a celebrity, dude.
Yeah, or you can fire them. I wonder if that's the male equivalent of canceling people. You're fired. And that's the glass ceiling right there. We solved it.
Fuck.
I know. Gross.
How do you not get fired? I've been fired from a job before.
I've been fired from a job before. I didn't learn the cell phone selling system quick enough.
I
also
stopped showing up to work, and it was when I first started playing poker a lot. I had been working at a call center, and like a lot of the problems, and I think people will learn this as we talk more about our poor life decisions. But a lot of my problems come from I had a very avoidant personality. So I would have a problem in my life, but I would not want to deal with it. So I would kind of just like hope that it went away. And so like I started doing really good at poker, and I was like, I don't really need this job anymore. I should probably like not do that job anymore. But like I didn't want to quit for some reason. Like I thought like quitting was like giving up. So I'm like, I guess what I'll do is actually give up. Stop showing up to work. I sometimes would go to work, or I would show up like 4 hours late, or like I would just like go in and like leave whenever. I was like a terrible employee. And the weird thing is that like it took weeks of this before they even wanted to talk to me, which made me think like how bad like most of their employees were. But anyway, so they hauled me into the office, and they're like, yeah, you haven't really been showing up to work much. And I'm like, yeah, I guess not. I don't know. I'm not really into it anymore. And they're like, okay, do you want to stop working here? I'm like, and I said, no, I want to keep working here because I wanted them to, I wanted them to fire me, dude. So I kept doing this for several weeks after that. And then they called me on the phone, and they were like, yeah, so I think we're just going to fire you. You haven't been showing up at all. And I'm like, okay, sounds good. And they're like, you can stop in for your last paycheck. And I'm like, I probably won't. And then I hung up. I thought it was kind of a baller move, actually. Well, I never did go pick up my final paycheck. I remember that.
Do you think they recycled that money back into the company, or is it still waiting there for you?
That's a great question. I wonder if it's on file. They've changed ownership, and they've even changed names since then.
Call center jobs. That's pretty much all I've done.
I think they're the worst jobs.
People don't have to look at me, and then I get away with half the stuff I say and do.
Oh, but it kind of goes both ways, because people not having to look at you means, you know, in my experience, I wasn't thought of as like a person by very many people. Well, I was just like a means to an end. Like, you are here to fix my problem. If you do not fix my problem, fuck you, fuck your company, you know, fuck everything. It's like, it was not good. Not a very positive place, you know?
I get that. What were you doing for a call center?
Internet tech support. Unplug it and plug it back in, baby.
Yep.
That didn't work. Well, I'm sending out a tech.
I replaced the wire in the wall because it was 50 years old. It was working when I left. End visit. Yep. Call center work. Call center work.
It's brutal. I think like, yeah, we're not. we have a special guest on the podcast. William.
Who is this? It's William.
You guys are doing your podcast.
We're doing a podcast right now.
Would you like to be a special guest?
Not particularly.
Fair enough. Would you like to share any poor life decisions?
Not particularly.
Anything of note going on, Armok, that you'd like to mention?
I just got the game. They Are Billions.
Ooh, that's the zombie one. I love talking about games.
Yep.
Did you murder?
This guy doesn't want to add in.
Yeah, I played it for a little bit. Are you playing the campaign?
Yeah, I played like 2 missions so far.
Ooh. There was one where you... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Do they seem billionous?
There's a lot of them.
Have you got to the one where you get a hero and you get to like you just have like one hero unit? Are you on that mission yet?
Yeah, I did that one.
Ooh, I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I feel like so far this game isn't like ramping up far enough because I'm playing this mission right now where I have to clear out the map, but I also have to build like 400 population, and the only population structures I can build only do like 4.
Ooh.
It's like I have to build 100 of these structures, and I'm assuming I looked at the tech tree a little bit, and it's huge. So I'll get better population structures at some point. It's just I feel like it's unnecessary to make me do a mission where I build 4 of these things, or 100 of these things. I do have another mission, but I'd have to build 100 or 600 population. That just seems even more unreasonable. So maybe I just picked the wrong upgrades, and there's one I missed that's obviously better population. But
maybe. I think
feel like it could ramp up stuff a bit faster.
Other
than that, it seems pretty good.
I think the mission you're describing is the one I quit on. That's why I stopped playing it. And the thing about that game was if you make a mistake and the zombies get in, it's you toast. Dude.
Oh yeah, when they get into your tents, you're fucking done.
Yeah, it's it's one mistake and you're outie. So it's everything's super tense. You have to keep an eye on everything. Did you play StarCraft, Will?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my main RTS experience.
I played the shit out of Red Alert 2.
Yeah.
Generals.
Hell yeah, dude. I played the original Red Alert. Yeah.
I was really into StarCraft for a little while in college. Wings of Liberty, I think I only got up to Platinum still.
Dude, that's a shame I never met you in Wings of Liberty. Me and Animal were playing a lot back then. And
oh yeah, that's right. I remember Matt was playing a lot.
Yeah, we were playing a lot of 3v3s, 4v4s, and we had our timing set up and everything, and it was we were pretty good at it.
Oh, that would have been cool. I like stuff like that. We played a little bit of 3v3s and 4v4s with some guys I knew in college, but no one was ever that into it.
I was the 4-gate guy. Do you remember the 4-gate build, dude?
Oh yeah.
I loved 4-gating.
No, I think the funnest match we ever played was the 4s, where it was this map where there were islands, off to the side, and they had 2 of the yellow minerals. And so I was Terran, so I lifted off and landed on one of those right away and just rushed straight to battle cruisers.
Hell
and then
dude.
My team played 3v4 for I don't know, however long it took me to get max capacity of battle cruisers, and then I just they were fighting, and then I just came out and started destroying everyone.
Oh hell yeah, dude! StarCraft, that was I have some good memories from that game too. Oh, I have a great story from it. I think we were playing 3v3. And it was a map where it was one of those maps where there was a place on the map where you could float your buildings to, and you couldn't get to them except with air units. And this was a long, real tight match, and we had mined out the entire map. There was no minerals left, and none of us had any bases. I had a sentry and a few units. I think I might have had a nexus, but I didn't have enough minerals to build a probe. So basically what happened was they flew off one of their buildings into this little corner of the map, and we had no way of getting to it. So it was a stalemate. It was a total stalemate. There was nothing nobody could win. So what I did was I remembered the sentries have the hallucinate ability, where you could make a unit, but it doesn't, it's not real, it doesn't do damage, and if you hit it, it explodes in like 2 shots.
Yeah.
But all they had was like a command center floating. So I told him, like, I laid this out, I deceived him perfectly. I was like, okay, I found some more minerals to mine. I'm gonna make a starport or whatever it was called, and I'm gonna make a void ray, and I'm gonna send it up to you. And I tried to time it out so that everything worked out, like how long it would actually take. And then I hallucinated those void rays, sent him up, and he left the fucking game, dude.
That's a big brain play.
Dude, hell yeah. I felt real proud of that.
You should. That's a smart play. It
was the only way we were going to win.
We take those.
Yep.
They fly off the planet. I think it's our planet.
Was it Red Alert 2 where the plot was you had to go back in time to kill Hitler? Or was that Red Alert 1?
That was Red Alert 1. Red Alert 2 is where the Soviet Union invades America.
Right. What a game series, dude. Those are fun.
Did they kill baby Hitler? Or was it like regular Hitler?
Guess who they sent back in time to kill Hitler, Doc? I want you to guess. It was a real person, a real historical figure. No, not Dwight Eisenhower.
LBJ?
Mm-mm.
Was it Richard Nixon?
Nope. Do you remember, Will?
Was it George Washington?
It wasn't Albert Einstein. That was
It was Albert Einstein, dude. they sent him back.
Red Alert 2, and doesn't he like shake hands with Hitler?
Yeah, he shakes
times.
And then the chronosphere effect takes over, and they like both go ka-tree, and they like disappear. And then he's sitting in the chair in the future, and he goes, "It is done," in his German accent.
Fucking baller.
What a
Einstein did it, huh?
Yeah, Einstein went back in time to kill Hitler, dude.
And he made that H-bomb.
Yeah, and then like in the future, I forget, like, so Hitler didn't exist, but then like I forget what the whole plot was, but basically that was it. And then more Soviets came.
And then the Soviets came.
Yeah. It was just different.
Not how I remember it. Significantly less time travel in my timeline. That's what we're going to call it.
They just jumped to Shark right off the bat, you know? Just jumped right into time travel.
Wasn't that like a constant throughout the series? I never played through it, but like the last one ended with the bad guy jumping into some sort of time rift.
The Chronosphere, dude?
Is that what it was?
Dude, I love that name. There was a mad play you could do in the original Red Alert. So there was this unit you could build that one-shot buildings if she got close to it. I think her name was Tanya. And so what you would do...
That was in the second one. Oh, no,
was the second one? I thought it was in the first one.
She was in both.
Yeah, I think she was. So what you would do is you would build a chronosphere, and then you would teleport a mobile construction vehicle next to their construction yard. And if you don't have a construction yard, you like can't build any buildings. So you would like deploy your mobile construction vehicle. You would have a barracks like ready to build, and then you would have a Tanya that was like 99% constructed. You would resume the construction after you put down the barracks, blow up their construction yard so that they couldn't build any more buildings, and then there was like no counter to it. It was insane. There was an article about it in PC Gamer magazine.
Didn't the Chronosphere kill him when you tried to transfer him? I'm sorry, I was only half listening.
The Chronosphere, I think the Chronosphere was like you would click on it, and then you would click on a unit, and then you would click on an area of the map, and the unit would teleport there. I think that's how it worked. Something like that.
Oh, maybe that's the second one. They made it kill infantry, so they wouldn't have to deal with that.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Or maybe it was like an update or something.
I think it was this. I'm thinking of the second one. I'm like 99% certain.
That makes sense. That game was so much fun. Doc, tell us about some of your favorite childhood games.
Childhood games?
What do you have the most nostalgia
what counts
for?
as childhood?
Just anything you have nostalgia for, as I guess is what I meant.
The Metal Gear Solid series. I have a sick love inside my heart for them.
Good games, dude.
Yeah, they didn't make sense, and that's that's life enough for it, or for me in there. So why not? It's just a box. Life is just a box.
The Metal Gear Solid franchise had some cool things to say, like
Juice life.
I think some of it made sense. Like there was the AI construct who was like pretending to be the general, and it like raised some interesting questions about the future of AI. One, yeah, in a time where like not a lot of people were talking about that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Skynet to come.
Same.
Although they've renamed it like several times. And John Connor is dead. Retcon my childhood.
Retconned.
Yeah. You just get rid of it. You gotta rewrite it. So I don't support Disney.
No?
No, because they got Star Wars, and now I got to relearn everything except for what's in all the movies.
Why do you have to do that?
Well, because they retconned it all. Like the extended universe doesn't exist now. Like all the books, all the comics, everything, the video games. If it's not in the movies, it's not canon anymore.
Well, what do you know?
Yeah. What's his name? Lando Calrissian used to fuck the computing brain of the Millennium Falcon because they used to be a robot.
That's cool.
That's canon now. Yeah. Originally, it was supposed to be the Emperor that comes back. So they kind of got that. They were going to go a different direction, it seemed like, but then they just renuked it and stuck with the original plan. But since all the comics and all that aren't canon anymore, it's just like, what's going on? And now you got Baby Yoda, and women across the nation are in Baby Yoda fever. And it's just like, I can't impregnate you with a Sphinx green baby, I can't do that.
So you didn't watch the one with the Baby Yoda?
No, I watched that one.
Okay.
Was, they're getting very mushy with the Star Wars, which some like Rogue One was really good. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
But then the whole Mandalorian thing, right, which is the one with the Baby Yoda. Like it's just like, well, Baby Yoda's a soft, squishy thing, and then the show starts off kind of dark, and then you get Baby Yoda, and then it gets soft and squishy, which I guess is how it should go. And it gets kind of dark at the end. I don't know how to describe it. Like maybe it's supposed to be showing how life is both light and dark or something like that.
I should give that a try. I haven't watched that. I heard a lot of good things about it.
CG, lots of good CG.
I've only seen the original 6 Star Wars movies, but I loved the 4, 5, and 6. I think they were.
Oh yeah, that's how they got me.
Yeah.
But
I never had any desire to watch any of them beyond that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you have Disney Plus or other means, we are in Corona times. Got some time to kill. That's why I'm all caught up. I hear the cartoons are really good, but I haven't been watching them.
The cartoons.
Yeah, I can. Rebels, Star Wars Rebels. I hear they brought the Clone Wars back again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's all things that I don't want to have to relearn. I don't want to expand my knowledge for it to be retconned again when Disney finally dies and Walmart buys it.
Fuck.
Or Sony. Whoever's still around after the bombs fall. and Skynet takes over.
It'll just be one company by then. Amazon.
Bezos Corp. We did it.
I call him Jeff Bezos.
Oh, got him.
Got him.
I got a free... You're supposed to sign up for that audible.com and get free books.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that meant that they start charging you for those 2 free books every month.
Oy vey.
Yeah, I wasn't paying much attention.
Subscription and then
yes,
get 2 free books as part of that. It's not like you get 2 free books.
So I didn't read the fine print. And then because I already had an Amazon account to buy stuff from Jeff Bezos, so they just used my credit card information off of that.
Oh, that's sketchy.
Well, you know, they got to get their money.
They don't gotta get it like that, though.
Don't gotta. They can. They do. Thanks, Jeff. But anyways, it's a real easy cancel. So that's that. Also, you don't have to, you know, do audiobooks anymore. I highly recommend the Norm Macdonald book.
Oh, you love Norm Macdonald.
I love Norm Macdonald. He's my favorite comedian, stand-up comedian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fellow Canadian of yours.
That's right.
If anything is to be believed, it's really hard to get a U.S. citizenship. So I can't imagine that it's too easy to get a Canadian citizenship.
It's weird. We're all
talking about making life decisions here.
We're all just residents of the Earth, dude.
Yeah, a lot of borders you can't cross anymore if you're American.
Yeah. Well, you guys got that coronavirus, so you can keep it for now.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid it. I feel very caged at the moment.
Any word on a vaccine? I haven't been paying too much attention.
I hear Regeneron is curing people of it.
Regeneron?
At least our president, yeah.
Dude, I would invest in that company called Regeneron.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the Regeneron zombies. It used to be COVID zombies, but they haven't come around, so now I assume it's Regeneron that's going to do it.
The R virus.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm waiting for. That or Bernie Sanders to be patient zero.
Dang. That would be wild. Zombie outbreak.
Bernie All right, guys. Here's a question for you.
Ooh.
Go for it. I like this.
You think if Trump was really a threat to the New World Order / deep state / whatever, they wouldn't be able to just kill him?
I think that killing people these days adds fire to their movement.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree on that one. Because everything's kind of televised or tweeted now.
I mean, what if he just, had a heart attack, Just,
awfully convenient.
It would be, but, I mean, what are you going to do?
Poison his Big Mac?
Well, yeah, exactly. There's something, the CIA pulls out their secret heart attack gun, or whatever.
Dude, a heart attack gun? Fuck. We're fucked, dude.
Right, so
I don't want it. Well, they got brown note generators. Why can't they stop my heart with the tone?
Yeah, something like that. Whatever, like the poison that's undetectable that no one's gonna look for anyway. I mean, they killed Kennedy.
Yeah.
Why would they kill Trump?
I think more people killed Kennedy than they say killed Kennedy.
I don't know. There's lots of unanswered questions about that for sure.
The deep state? What is the deep state?
The grassy knoll.
Really, it's just the government workers that, aren't elected. The bureaucrats, if you will.
Dude, my friend just started working at the post office. It sounds like the most bureaucratic place in the world. They do everything by hierarchy. So he just joined on, and he's like a part-time temp worker. And how he says it works is that he'll probably won't get hours at all at his job for months, because the way it works is whenever there's extra hours to be given out, they give them to like the people who have been there based on the longest to the shortest. And so everybody has to decline one by one above him before they could ever even offer him hours. Isn't that wild?
That's weird.
That seems a little weird. That's the post office, I assume.
Yeah.
I wonder if they do that down here in the States. Or is that where he's from?
No, he's from Canada.
Okay.
He's one of the guys from the poker game.
Mm.
He's the one who took me out shopping, got me my new clothes.
Are these the new clothes?
Yeah. I recently changed my wardrobe.
I'd heard tell about this. How's it been working out for you?
I kind of like it. This sweatshirt is very cozy. I really like it.
What I can see of it, it looks cozy.
Yeah, it's very nice. I like it. I told him I feel like the protagonist in the third act of a coming of age film.
That's a good place to be.
Yeah, for sure. Changing my look to suit my new changes as a human.
I'd say I've been wearing the same clothes since about being 16 years old.
That's how I was too.
Yeah.
I was still wearing the same clothes I was wearing in high school.
Yeah. Now you're telling me I gotta update my wardrobe?
I never said anything like that.
Please. Tell me. If I need to come of age.
Dude, there's many ways to come of age.
Whew.
You get a haircut?
I cut my own hair.
There you go. You don't even have to pay for it.
That's why I started doing it.
You could start wearing your underpants inside out.
I don't think I could do that. The button would be too uncomfortable.
You could change your desktop background.
I've changed that a couple of times in the past month or two.
That's a way to express yourself.
Jesus. I'm over here trying to well, you know, I don't feel that inclined to express myself that often. Like I got my hat and that's about it.
That's not true. You talk all the time. That's a version of expressing yourself.
Do I talk?
You talk a lot, dude.
Jesus.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't know. I don't mean that in a bad way.
I didn't think it was in a bad way, but you know, I try not to talk. It usually gets me in trouble.
Does it?
Just with women.
Just with women, dude.
Yeah. Well, I can't say just with women. My previous experience accounted for they, thems, and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, we talked about that, kind of.
We touched on it.
I don't think I'm a transphobe, so you know, I think this, from that poor life decision, I've made some positive decisions based on it. I mean, I got a couple of geckos now. That's a decision. I don't think it was a poor one. I hope I don't run out of money and can't feed them anymore and I have to get rid of them.
I hope so too. I've been thinking about getting a plant.
Yeah, I've always wanted a plant.
Do you have any plants, William?
I have 2 plants.
Could you elaborate? What kind of plants are they?
One's a snake plant, and I forget what the other one is called.
Snake plant?
That's the kind of low-key plant owning that I'm looking into.
I recommend the snake plant. It seems pretty durable. The other one seems just as durable. Well, it seems like I water my plants once a week, The snake plant seems to be holding up okay. The other one looks like it's not bad, but it could be a little bit better. I just can't tell if it's like something else I'm doing, or it's the the watering.
I think my mom might have one
Irrigated.
of these snake plants. I wonder if I can just like steal a piece of it.
This is one where you can cut a leaf off and you get a whole plant out of it.
Maybe. I know when she gives plants to other people, she does that sometimes. I don't know if it's with this specific plant. Yeah.
I buy that. Seems plausible.
Plants are, you know, like Jeff Goldblum says, life finds a way, you know?
They're always eating sunlight, so it's very progressive of them.
Would you eat nothing but sunlight if it was an option?
I mean, yeah, I think
that's how it worked.
Yeah. Sounds pretty convenient to me.
I think I might miss my doubloons toast.
Well, I mean, even those, that's like a lot of veggies in that plant life.
Now
so would you
a
little bit. Cheese, oil. Do you put oil on that?
I put hydrogenated oil, aka margarine.
Ooh.
Don't tell Animal though.
Yeah, don't tell him. Throw all your margarine out. It's bad for you, I hear.
Yeah, I've heard it's bad for you too.
I'm gonna still use
butter. Dude, butter tastes way better.
It's also like twice as many calories.
Is Parquet the same thing?
I don't know what that is.
It's not butter.
I believe it's not butter.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably margarine.
Fabio, why have you done this to me?
You ever lean back too far in your chair?
I haven't fallen out of it yet. Not for a while anyways. But I have leaned back in it a little too far.
I usually fall it a couple times a year. It's good to push your boundaries a little bit, I think. And so sometimes I push a little too far.
You find that free falling is nice?
It usually
you don't kick the bottom of your desk or anything like that on the way down?
Oh, it always hurts.
Yeah. It sounds something like I want to avoid.
Yeah, but you gotta have a little bit of risk in your life, dude. There's no risk, there's no reward.
I find that I need bigger risk in my life than falling backwards out of my chair. I don't know why. And it's so infrequent that I can't tell you the last time that I took a big risk.
Ooh.
You know, other than the aforementioned they-them situation.
You're gonna have to take a big risk pretty soon, dude.
Why is that?
Well, you gotta change some things. You gotta get some money rolling in. New job, perhaps.
Yeah, that's for sure. I should.
That's always a risk.
Let me check my email.
Job offers galore, dude.
Just ones that don't pay what I need. I mean, I guess I should just be getting money. That would be nice. But how about that unemployment and those food stamps? Thanks, Donnie.
Oh, is that all axed?
What's that?
Is that all axed or something?
The extra money for being unemployed during COVID has stopped working. Like,
and people, a lot of that stuff is going to run out in January. For like the extra money is over, and then like I think a lot of it is going to run out in January. But you're just on normal unemployment right now, right?
I am. I'm getting after taxes $317.
Yeah.
Which after 3 weeks can almost pay my rent. So I should be good through, like January or something like that. And I hear that's when I can get a job. Kind of like a sure thing.
Okay.
whereas everything else I have not been lucking out on. State jobs are hard to come by, especially when you're uneducated and don't have a doctorate and have a fucking bachelor's in psychology.
Miriam has like a 2-year liberal arts degree.
Who do?
Miriam?
She also got tits. You know, I think about a lot of inequality between men and women, and then the main thing that I think is like the reason that so many women have so many nice jobs is because they're sweet and they look pretty, and some of them work really hard. I would say, you know, most of them. You don't want to be incompetent. No, I'm not saying Miriam is or anything like that, but like, would you rather look at this or like a pretty lady when you walk in and do business with somebody?
This is not a rabbit hole I was mentally prepared to go down right now, if I'm going to be honest.
Well, that's more than fine. I apologize for my rabbit holes.
I always look forward to seeing your face, Doc.
I appreciate that.
I would go into an establishment where you were a representative.
Probably be a little more clean shaven.
I think you look fine.
Well, thank you. I'm not trying to fish for compliments, you famous pirate, you, but and you're looking swashbuckling and debonair as well.
Ah, thanks, buddy.
I know. Yeah, so yeah, I'm working. I love unemployment. I like doing nothing. I like sleeping all day long. I like being sad. It's kind of nice. I know that it's going to end soon. I'm hoping that I find some sort of inspiration to not do what I'm doing anymore sooner than January. But also, that job in January sounds like the surest thing I'm going to get at this point in time that isn't like going to get me COVID.
What's the job in January?
It's like a call center job for
okay.
Health insurance, I think.
Oh.
I just have to sit through a class. But it's the guy who works there who offered me the job is the guy who got me the last 2 jobs through the contracting company, and this would be a direct hire, so that would be.
Oh, so you wouldn't be a contractor?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds actually like it might be worth holding out for if nothing better comes up.
That's kind of why I'm not being too proactive.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Also, because I'm incredibly lazy. It's kind of nice. But yeah, and then I can hawk health insurance at people because it's required now.
Not really.
Not really? Okay, well.
Trump's not really enforcing it, the requirement. But you can still people, because, you know, people still get sick.
Unfortunately.
Hey.
You know, I would love universal health care.
Oh yeah, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
Everybody wants to be healthy, I think.
We would just like cut out the middleman and all the healthcare stuff.
It has like so much bargaining power.
Yeah, you know.
Dude, like I thought of an app one time, and I think it was still should be a good thing called Bargaining Power, where you just go in and type in things you're looking to buy, and then it matches you with other people in your area that are also buying things. And if you're all like buying a lawnmower, imagine how much buying power you have if you go to the store and say, I want to buy 5 lawnmowers, you know?
You've literally just thought of the website Drop.
Drop?
Yeah, Drop.com. It used to be called Mass Drop, but that's what they do. They like place bulk orders for things like a whole bunch of random stuff, like clothing, knives, like electronics. I think they've started to like custom make stuff too. But yeah, ask Matt about Drop sometime. He's a big fan.
Interesting.
I think they have a lot of high quality stuff too. I look at there for camping gear every now and then, actually.
Huh.
But yeah, no, it's a good idea. So good, someone's already done it.
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck.
We gotta change the wheel there then.
Maybe we could do it better.
We have a chemist on board.
We're still doing our weed business. We can't do
Yeah,
two
we got the
businesses at once.
chemist.
One at a time.
One at a time, yeah.
Dude, we should
I talk to some people and move to a different state.
Do you think we should end the podcast? What do you think?
It could be a good place to end it.
Yeah, I think we're kind of we're talking about less poor life decisions and more just random general stuff, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Thank you to our special guest William and special lurker Carol.
We did it.
We did it. We got to the end. That's episode 1.
Episode 1 in the can.
One of 1,000.
1,000.
We're gonna make it to 1,000.
I'm on board.
I'm on board.
I'm on board for 1,001.
1,001.
Yeah.
I think we stop at 1,000, and then we
okay.
We reflect,
and then we read.
Maybe we do season 2. Maybe we do season 2. Okay. Good plan. Okay.
Good plan.
Thank you everybody for watching.
Thanks for having us.
There were 2 bots in the channel that spammed links asking if I wanted to become famous. So thanks to you guys for watching.
Kira Holtzkopf, 1074, Jay Fritzer.
Yeah, guys, shout out to you. Thanks for all the follows, subscribes, and bits.
Thank you for the biddies.
Yeah, thanks guys. We love you all, and have a good night.
Good night.
Wait, do you want to say anything else, Doc? I kind of ended it there quickly.
No, I think that it was a solid effort. We came out solid B on the first time out. After the kinks got worked out.
We're gonna go up from here.
It's all up from here.
Yeah, we can only get better. We can't get worse. That doesn't make any sense.
No, we're about improvement here.
We'll have some bad episodes. I got a feeling episode 14 is going to be kind of a slumper.
It's right after 13.
That's it. And we're gonna be so stressed about 13 that 14 is gonna be a bit of a slumper. But we'll get back on track, and 15 will be fine. And there'll be some weird patches around 100 where we try some new things. But
132.
It's gonna be pretty smooth sailing after the second 100th episode.
Halloween's coming up. Hopefully, something spooky happens.
Boo. Do you ever go to a corn maze, dude?
I've never been to a corn maze. Those and storm drains, I stick away from them for some reason.
Corn mazes are very spooky. Boo!
I don't like it.
Okay, I'm ending the podcast.
Okay, goodbye.
I love you. Good night. Sleep well, everybody. Peace. Adios, muchachos.
Bienvenue.